Hello everyone, this is Taryn with Wonderfully Made Handcrafting, and today I'm working on By the Well for God's Who is the Messiah devotional. This is an Advent devotional for 2024, and I am in Isaiah 42:1 today, which says, "Behold my servant whom I uphold, my chosen, in whom my soul delights. I have put my spirit upon him. He will bring forth justice to the nations." And today I am working on this scrap piece of paper. I believe it's about 6 inches by 9 inches. I measured it with my Inch-Relief Bible. Like I've said a million times, it is just way easier for me to work outside of my Bible, especially when my Inch-Relief Bible gets super chunky. So I have this scrap piece of paper that is the same size as my page, and then I know exactly what I need to cover. And at the end, I will use some score tape to glue this into my Bible right on that empty page next to the verse. So these two pieces of paper right here are actually Tim Holtz Wallpaper holiday line. This was, I believe, from 2 years ago. I don't do much Christmas crafting, and so I bought a bunch a couple years ago, maybe even 3, to do some albums from my parents and grandfather. And so I had a lot in my stash left over from those projects, and so I haven't needed to buy any of the Tim Holtz Christmas stuff since. And this stuff from 2 or 3 years ago works wonderfully with the style that By the Well for God chose for this kit, this antique, nice, almost like Victorian style look. And so I have those 2 wallpaper pieces in the background. They have really nice texture. And then I have this Advent paper that is from the paper pack from By the Well for God. So I'm adding that on top. Now you do see that I kind of tore the top because I don't like things to be perfect. And so I'm just going to tear that area and then grunge it up a little bit with some Distress Oxide on my brush. It's just always brown. It's usually frayed burlap or gathered twigs. I don't know what color necessarily it is, but that brush always has brown ink on it, basically. I'm using scrapbook.com's version of score tape right here, and I will glue this down to the scrap paper that I have, and then I'm going to cut off the edge that I'm not using right there. So I still want to see a lot of that wallpaper on the side, and so that's why I'm just cutting that off right there. I'm also gluing this little torn edge down, and not perfectly, but just so it's not flapping around everywhere. And I have this little cluster. So I have a little journaling card that has like a forest, the little boy skiing, and then the verse Isaiah 42:1 on a label. But first off, I want to finish up this background. So I have this snowflake stencil that I've been dying to use, and I have something new. I have the Art Basics modeling paste. I ran out of my Distress texture paste, which is like my go-to, but I've had this in my stash for a while, like waiting to use. And so I decided, since I was done with my texture paste, I should just start using it. And I still like texture paste a little bit better. This is more loose. It's not as firm, I think, is what I want to say. But it still works just fine through the stencils. It was just, I was a little worried because it's not the same texture as Distress texture paste. But like I said, still worked great. I also have Distress glitter and clear rock candy. This is the only time that I use glitter is during Christmas, maybe a little bit into January if we're doing anything snowy related. It did come out beautifully, and there in fact is not glitter all over my table because I use that little special pan that catches all the embossing glazes or glitters. So now I am distressing all these edges, making my cluster while I wait for those snowflakes to dry. I don't want to put anything on it while it is drying. I've kind of got a thought of how I want this cluster going. That little holly branch right there is also from the Tim Holtz Wallpaper line. And so that was a fun little addition. I really liked adding all these different pieces together. I have this little library card. I believe this was from the goodie bag this month, that once you ordered, you got a little extra goodie bag. By the Well for God always says that, and they're so generous with what they give. So I have that just as a layered piece. I'm not adding anything to that really, but I just thought it was a nice pop of red. And then I'm going to use this label that was part of the ephemera pack. So I'm going to pop that up a little bit with some foam tape and make sure that that is nice and prominent on my page. And then I actually had these little stars from Tim Holtz as well. I've used these a lot throughout the years when Christmas comes, and they come in multiple sizes and they are just so stinking cute. And so I've decided I'm going to add 3 of them on this page. It's basically the time of year to use them, so why not? I think I got extra packs when they came out. I just love them. I think they're cute. So anyways, I am adding 3 of those onto the page right now. And then I am also adding this little snippet from the Wallpaper line as well. It just says join here. I just liked how I added some grunge near the top and kind of separated that journaling card from the background, and just kind of brought in some more deep colors that are seen in the little skier. So now I'm looking at where exactly I want to put this. I'm going to use my Barely Arts glue to glue down this whole cluster. And then after that is glued down, I'm just going to use my score tape from scrapbook.com and add that to the back side. And then I will paste this all down into my Bible. If you've enjoyed this process video, please like and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me over on Instagram at Wonderfully Made Handcrafting. I'll try to link everything I used down below in the description, and I hope you have a wonderful day and Merry Christmas.